What's your plans for after graduation?
After graduation, I would like to go to University of Windsor for social work and psychology, and eventually be a therapist. That's the goal. That's the end game plan.
I plan to go to school, UC.
I'm going to college to take the pre-health science program.
And what do you want to do after pre-health?
Take the registered nurse program.
To go to college and be a part of a protection security investigation program.
I plan to move to Etobicoke and attend Humber College for the PSW course. I really want to start fresh somewhere.
Do the apprenticeship, do my work.
Where are you going to apprenticeship?
Windsor, and schools in Windsor, and then doing the apprenticeship, do my work at All Weld Technologies.
So what will you be when you're done?
General machinist.
I'm going to be attending St. Clair College here for Office Administration Medical.
Party, no, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm going to work for a year and then I'm going to go to school, get my debts paid off and stuff before.
What are you going to school for?
Phlebotomy.
Cool. What's phlebotomy?
The person that takes blood.
I was accepted to business accounting here at St. Clair.
I want to go to school in September, hopefully for corrections.
To attend to a college, to do the nursing program with my sister. So.
Doing the ACE program right now, and then applying for something. I don't know yet what yet, but
attending accounting at the St. Clair College.
Why did regular school not work out for you?
Just had a lot happen in my life. Had kids pretty young, so that kind of stopped me from going to school.
After having a kid, it was hard.
Getting up for getting up in the morning and finding my motivation to even just be here.
And what's different this year?
Well, I have a lot of support. Specifically, one of my classmates actually gives me a ride every day, and I don't think I would have made it as far as I have in this program without her.
I was moved around too much as a child.
I found the teachers didn't care if you completed your work or even graduated. They kind of left you by yourself. I dropped out in grade 10. I just had a lot going on, like with bullying, a boyfriend who was very physically abusive. So I dropped out, and then I just never had the ambition or push to be able to get back into it.
Did you try Idle Ed?
I did, and it's definitely not the same as this program. You kind of can go if you want to go. If you don't go, there's nobody there pushing you to do it. Whereas this, you have to, the attendance counts, so you have to be here and come and do your work. And
I struggled. I'm a very hands-on person. I need to be shown a lot of times to be able to learn. Sometimes I need to be shown a couple times, but a lot of times it's just the support that I need to be able to get through something.
Home issues. I wasn't in a stable environment at the time, so it was hard to keep going back to school. I did try to go back a couple times, and I ended up having my daughter, so I put everything back on the back burner. And I've been trying to do correspondence for like 10 years almost now, and then got all this done in a couple months. So
why did correspondence not work out for you?
Probably not having the support, or just the environment to work, like a school environment. Like you say, you're gonna do it at home, then you sit there, but it's not the same feeling as if you're in school. Like your brain just doesn't go on.
I thought I knew everything when I was 17, so I was the dumb student who left pretty much second semester of grade 12. So I only had one more semester to go, and I thought, no, I know everything, I'm gonna move out, and so that's what I did. Worst decision.
I had a lot of depression issues, so I left in my very last semester, and it took me 8 years to decide that it was time to get my grade 12 again.
Just life issues. Things got in the way, and then children.
Just life. Life gets to you.
kids, work, you think you're gonna do it all at home and then it doesn't happen?
Because my stepdad died of cancer and it was really hard to go back to school after he died.
Too many other responsibilities on the side, and it just was harder to do it at home.
Did you try adult ed?
Pardon?
Did you try doing adult ed and books and stuff like that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what made that hard?
Well, because I have 5 kids, so the responsibilities overtook everything else, right? This way it's easier because I come to class and do it in class.
Just because I've had young children and just not wanting to go and not having my mom push me forward to do it. So I guess now that I'm a mom, I got to push myself to do it. So I'm going to finish what I got to do.
I had a child young at 16, so therefore that was my first priority. So I focused on that, and now he's 17 and focused on myself.
My kids and addictions problems and general just instability in my life, I guess.
Especially, like, I learn better when I read myself because I can do it a couple of times. I found that, like, in classes when they were talking and stuff, I wouldn't understand the information until I seen it, and then so I started falling behind, and I got into drugs and just kind of gave up. It wasn't important.
Did you try adult ed in their books and stuff?
I did, but being a one-on-one is kind of a little hard. And trying to concentrate at home with a dog and a husband and at the time kids, and it's hard.
So how did SWAC work for you?
Good.
Why's that?
Because I got a teacher that'll help. And there's other people around and there's no distractions.
I did. Actually, I've been in there since I was a teenager. Like, I was actually doing that and high school at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why did it not work?
I think just I wasn't motivated to do it. I mean, eventually high school was like, you did better in adult ed, so maybe you should just do that full time. So I tried doing that full time, but then, I mean, I was like, oh, I'm gonna work and do that, and then I had kids, and life gets the best of you.
I had to do it by myself. I didn't really have anyone pushing me or even caring if I got it done.
I did like the following year after that, but it just doesn't work. I mean, I find with most people I talk to, it doesn't work because you need that class environment. Like, you have to, like, oh, I have class at noon, I have to go. But if you have a book, you're like, oh, I can just push that off till the weekend, and then it never happens.
So how did SWAC help you finish?
It just gave me the motivation that I have to go to class these times because in June I'm going to graduate. So if I don't go, I don't graduate.
Yep, I've been doing correspondence for the past like 30 years, off and on.
Why did it not work?
Just life, right? Like, I didn't finish high school just because, also like my home, like my lifestyle, my childhood, that kind of stuff. And then just being in school, the difficulty of tests and things like that. And so just not having enough confidence in myself either.
I did, but with being a mom, it's a lot harder to get things done, so.
I had to work to support my child, so I did a little bit here and there, but.
So many times since I was 18, and I'm 25 now.
Why
so
did they not work?
I just lost focus. I guess not the right setting. Wasn't the right time. There was a lot more other things going on in my life, like my kids, who are 5 and 7 now, and I just started when I just started, you know, doing the adult ed when I had them. So it's been a long time. I guess I just wasn't ready to move on with my life yet.
I did try. I had a math booklet for months and months and just couldn't do it.
Why not?
I didn't have the drive, I don't know. And then I went to homework club once a week, and I was getting so much done that I was told about the adult SWAC and that I should do that.
I did. I had the books for that whole 8-year period and got 1 credit done.
Why is that hard?
By that time I had kids. I had to work full time, and it just wasn't at the top of the list.
So how is SWAC different for you to succeed and succeed well?
SWAC is, a very close-knit family. And 90% of the students, I felt like they were my family. And we helped push each other through, and we helped each other if we struggled. If I understood something and they didn't, I helped. A lot of times they were just there emotionally helping me through.
I think the whole thing that made it successful was you. Like your positive attitude and the fact that you support us in everything that we do. Like you've offered to take me to my doctor's appointment, something that has absolutely nothing to do with school. Having that support system is what's made this possible.
More easygoing and worked more around my schedule.
I liked that we were able to go into the classroom and, you know, Lori was there teaching us, and I liked the atmosphere. Everybody was in the same place I was. You know, there were other moms with kids. It just felt like it was welcoming, and all of the other students were very motivating.
Teachers are great. Hours, I guess, are not as long as school. To be able to work with the kids.
Easy to work with, understandable, and just great people.
Probably just being in a school environment, having support, like other people working on the same stuff as I'm working on. So if you have questions, you have someone to go to, or just the motivation, or people to support you and cheer you on along the way as well.
I love about SWAC is my classmates. Yeah, all different walks of life, but great people. And we all have the same goal.
Feeling a part of something, you know, coming to school and seeing everybody around you, it makes me happy.
The structure, yeah, and like being able to like come here, just focus on what you need to do, and then at least if you didn't get anything done after that, you still got your 3 hours at school.
It's more of a class, it's a class setting, but it's more homey, I guess. So more comfortable, more trusting of the teachers.
Probably if I just finished your correspondence, I probably wouldn't think about going to college, because I just feel like I've been out of school for so long. So like being back in that setting and everything just like puts you back in that school mode where you feel like, oh yeah, I can still go to school and I can still do this.
Is there a moment that you remember from SWAC that stands out to you? Something we did, a speaker, a class time, anything that you...
Horse riding.
What like horseback riding?
I liked it because like we got to know everybody, and we got to, you know, kind of bond as a group, and also that was my first time horseback riding, so I loved it.
Already knowing some people in my class, but not knowing that I'd actually become friends with them.
That would probably be the sanctuary. I think everybody's is the sanctuary.
Why did you like sanctuary?
I'm trying to think of the word, like it brings reality into perspective, like that could be me. It seems like it never would, but it's not like these are people that haven't tried being successful. They've just been dealt a hard hand, and that could have been any of us.
Applying for college.
Maybe ropes, I think specifically because of the amount of support from your other classmates that it required. I really found that I just had no fear going up that that pole, and I think I over-trusted everyone to support me, but I had a great time and great experience there. So.
You over-trusted?
yeah, I got carried away.
I guess the one thing that stood out to me this semester was like the people involved and the people who were in the classes. Everybody was so like motivated to get things done, and it was nice to see that.
The interpersonal violence class.
What is that?
Just taught me like different red flags to look for, and that it's not just women that deal with violence, like there's men. And
I don't know, I liked the ropes.
Yeah.
I felt like I always kind of knew that we were a close group, but doing the ropes really showed that even though we were strangers a few months ago, you know, now we're so close and can rely on each other.
The whole graduating process, just knowing that I finally finished, and like SWAC makes such a big deal out of the graduation that if I would have just finished it on my own, I wouldn't have had this. So it's awesome.
There was two, but the horse feeling empowering, like taking control of your life, like yeah, directing the horse where to go. It's like your life.
Gary's. Yeah. I like Gary's class. Yeah. He makes it fun. Like it's not, I was like, oh man, I'm not good at working out. I was horrible at gym class when I was younger, but no, it was fun. Like we all worked together. It wasn't all just about working out. And
definitely the high ropes. Got to know a lot of your classmates like on a different level, and it showed you could trust people more.
There was actually quite a few moments, and as much as I loved my classmates, My moments were with you.
Do you think you've grown as a person this year?
Yes. I think I feel more confident and I don't feel like a failure anymore.
Tremendously. I've been able to face a lot of fears. I've been able to put my mind to what I want to do and just focus.
I think I just feel more confident in myself and believe that I can actually accomplish things.
I'm a little more independent. I don't need to stay home no more and hide in my hole.
Yeah, I think like I learned a lot about myself and to not give up on myself, to keep pushing no matter how hard it gets, no matter the situation, just keep going.
Absolutely. I think I know myself better. Like it's the first year that I've actually been myself, been clear of mind and be able to experience life and know what's going on and have control over it and be able to enjoy the little things like family and friends. And I mean, they're not little things, but you know, like hanging out with friends and stuff, things that I wouldn't have been present for. It's amazing.
Before I didn't really care about going to college and bettering my life, but now I feel like it's the right thing to do and I have the right support.
I'm more sure of myself. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to be. I actually can see a future instead of just trying to, you know, like finish my grade 12 and just have it done. I actually have goals. I want to do stuff now.
Oh, for sure. I feel more mature. I feel like my frontal lobe has gained. The common sense is kicking in, finally becoming a woman.
Just stronger, I think emotionally stronger.
And my children come to see me whenever they want to, not when CAS tells me I have to have my visit. It is huge.
Do you think this diploma will impact your life?
Oh, for sure. It'll open up more opportunities career-wise. There's even so many just normal like call center jobs that if you don't have your grade 12, you don't even get accepted. So just to be able to have more opportunities open.
It's a good confidence booster.
Yeah, it really is.
Greatly, because it's my biggest accomplishment.
Well, my family life's going to be a lot better because my parents are going to be even more proud. And I think I'll be more confident in myself and my abilities and just happy with myself for getting something done.
If you don't have your grade 12, you struggle your whole life because people don't give you the time of day. And it's sad because it shouldn't be about your degrees or your diploma. It should be about your personality and what you can bring to the table.
I think the biggest reason is I think my kids, because I don't want them holding that over me. Like, you never went to school, so I mean, my mom finished school and we could never use that against her, right? So I think that's the biggest thing is I want my kids to know that like you can still do it, you can get it done. It's gonna achieve way more in life than what you are if you don't have it.
Yeah, because it's something I wanted to do for a long time and I tried a couple times and didn't actually go through with it because things got in the way, and it's just a big accomplishment, even though it doesn't seem like a huge thing, but to me it is.
That it's still possible to go to school and achieve something, you know. I feel like a brand new person just having my grade 12.
Because it's just one goal that I've accomplished off my list, so it means just keep working up that ladder and getting stuff done.
It just shows that I've made it to where I want to be. And after everything that I've had to go through in the past 7 years, it's like the closing the door to like my past life and then opening. I know that sounds cheesy. Yeah, it's like I finally get to shut that door and like not think about who I was, and then now I get to move on and go to college and live my life finally. Finally.
Show my kids that, you know, I did it because I'm going to do it before them. And just help get into something better.
I'm not sure, but I'm sure it will. That's one thing everybody asks for. Everybody asks for that grade 12.
When it comes to the job, for jobs it will. But when it comes to me mentally, just knowing that I succeeded that after 20 years of not being able to do it, it's been huge to me. It's a huge success to me. It may not mean much to the world, but it means everything to me.
It's just, I've always been like the one in the family that didn't graduate. I've always felt like the disappointment. So to be able to have my diploma and have goals for the future, it feels great. To be able to be like, I'm not the loser anymore. I'm not a disappointment, I'm actually trying.
Marg, you already have your PSW diploma, but why did you need to come back to finish your grade 12?
So I could actually work, well, not just work in the field, but when I get hired as PSW, they're actually going to recognize I've done my grade 12. They don't just have, you know, I did the admittance fee to do the program, but now they're going to see that I have the grade 12 to back it up. So.
Is it hard to get hired without your grade 12?
Oh yeah, very hard.
So even though you had a college diploma, it still wasn't good enough to get hired everywhere?
No.
Plus, without my grade 12, they wouldn't even look at me.
So you're saying even though you had a college diploma, they wouldn't hire you without your high school diploma?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's one thing I think a lot of people don't realize, is that that becomes a huge barrier for people.
It is. It is a huge barrier without having your grade 12 because people look at you as a false starter. You start something but you don't finish. And even if you finish your college, you didn't finish your grade 12, and it tends to turn their nose at you because of it.
Is there a life lesson you're going to take with you from here?
It's never too late to do something for yourself.
To use every opportunity to the fullest extent. SWAC provides a lot of different outlets, a lot of different opportunities. You're not only just part of this program, but you're also part of the college itself, and it really requires you to kind of not just be a part of the program, but to step away from the program and be your own individual and find how you fit into every single opportunity that life gives you.
I know it's not easy, and like when you look at it, especially when you have 11 credits left and you're looking at it like, how the hell am I going to get this done? But it's definitely possible. I mean, I did it, other people are doing it. Just a really great way to catch up with things that you need to get done.
Never quit.
Listen to your mother and go back to school.
Never give up. Never give up, just like keep fighting.
Don't give up. Keep moving forward. There's no stopping unless you stop yourself, so.
Even if it gets hard or it's new to you, so it feels like, oh, I can't do it because it's something different, just plug away and do it anyways. Whether you graduate with 90% or you graduate with 60, it's still worth it, and there's still lessons in life that we learn during the time that we're doing this. It's great.
Like Val says, C's get degrees.
If you put SWAC into one word, what word comes to mind?
Motivation.
Motivation.
An opportunity.
Motivational. Motivational.
Motivation.
Amazing.
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 Community.
Worth it.
Love. Somewhere to blossom, somewhere to grow.
Effective.
Chance.
Accomplishment.
Future.
Encouragement.
An opportunity.
Possibility.
Family.
A family.